Frazier and Maestro styles, you know we got one. Right back like we left something. We don't duck smoke, we want all of it. So line them up, Trey sharp with the blade, you know we sizing it up. I'm quick to catch the fade, you know Styles making the cut. Cause we coming out clean every time that we showing up.
It's gonna be called The Barbershop.
What up, folks? Welcome back. It's a brand new episode of the Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. You can find us live on the YouTube channel, also on the Facebook page, on Twitch as well, also on Instagram Live at Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast, and also on Twitter at Barbershop SPOR2. It's your boy Trey Frazier in the building. I got my brother Maestro Styles back with me in the building. What's poppin', man?
What's happening, bro? How you?
It's been too long, man. Been about 3 weeks, man. We didn't had Thanksgiving holiday already, and then we came off the holiday, and you had something to take care of last week. So it's been 3 weeks, man. We missed 2 weeks of shows. Yeah, you missed 2 weeks of shows.
I missed 2 weeks. Yeah.
How you be, man?
I'm good, man. Hey, man, got to plug, man.
Right.
This joint moving like I'm high, like I'm high. That joint, you see how that joint moving? Anyway,
I don't.
Okay.
By the way,
it might be me. All right, cool. I'm not high this time, I promise you. Hey, man, I got this new EP out, man. Me and Musu. Valencia Motel, man. Quick 4 tracks. If you went to that neo soul R&B vibe, man, you need to check this joint out. Musu, me, Maestro Styles produced the entire EP, 4 tracks. Valencia Motel. Make sure y'all go stream, download all the things. It's actually doing pretty well, by the way.
That's what's up, man. Congrats on the project. To you, the producer, and to the artist. Always got some good stuff coming out, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. It's some good stuff right there, man.
I'm trying to tell you, if you went to that neo soul R&B bag, I mean, yeah,
no doubt.
I got one.
Yeah, always, always, man. But I guess happy holidays, man. Since a lot's happened since the last show you and I was on. Had some time off, and it was a good holiday. It was a really, really good holiday. It's always love when family's around, good food, catching up with some folks, man. I mentioned this last week when you wasn't there, but so I'll mention it when I'll mention it now. So you remember Chris Mathis, the celebrity barber we had on a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. So I needed a cut. And shout out Bree, but she didn't have no time on the schedule. So I said, you know what? When I head up top, I'll hit Chris up, and went over to the shop, chopped it up with a couple of the fellas there. Shout out to him. We were just talking some ball, and also talked about Irv Gotti a little bit, because that was his man's. He cut his hair and all that stuff. Rest in peace to the legend, by the way.
For sure.
And it was great. It was great catching up with him. He's got some stuff that he's working on podcast wise. So, I let him know, hey, look, anytime you need something, just hit me up and let me know.
Okay, that's what's up. Shout out to Chris Matthews, man. Shout out to the homie.
Yeah, for sure. Let me promote this too, since we kind of promoting some stuff, man. And I put this on our IG. Shout out to the people that follow us on IG here, but and to our Spotify listeners, man. 37% up, for this past year, 2025. That's because of you, the listeners out there. To everybody on Spotify that follow us, shout out to y'all. We certainly appreciate you guys tuning in, listening on the audio side. Just want to say thank you for allowing us to grow and being able to continue with us moving forward.
Yeah, shout out to everybody listening, man. Hope we keeping y'all engaged, and we gonna keep on working, keep y'all tapped in for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. I think we're gonna have a fire guest on tonight, based out of South Florida. So the Dolphins and Pittsburgh's got a Monday night game coming up. Dolphins kind of on a heater right now, winning 4 games straight. We got somebody from New Era Prep. They're a media communications company that is very diverse in the South Florida community down there. Casz Clayton, she's also a sideline reporter at many of the sporting events down there, high school, college, professional, that kind of a thing. So, she's going to stop by in a few minutes and, kind of help, handicap Dolphins, Steelers, Monday Night Football this coming week as, what is this, week 15? Wow, man. Hey, it sucks because, it was Ravens Steelers this past weekend. You wasn't on to get a chance to really talk about it, hash it out, whatever. I'm sure you got some positive things to say about the game. I don't.
It's interesting that you feel that way.
If you don't, and if everything you're gonna say is negative, then hey, let's just pour in this segment with the negative stuff, man.
Well, first of all, let me say this. With all the negative that I do have to add to this conversation, we won. So top of the AFC North for as long as I don't care about. Look, how I feel about the Steelers this year. I felt this way pretty much all year. Not even pretty much all year. Going into the year, I don't have high expectations for this team, but I'm going to root for my team and all them said things. So right now, it's not like I left that game was like, oh man, we played amazing football. I didn't leave this saying, oh, we played amazing football. I left saying that the Ravens didn't play great football either. So it's just like, hey, here we are, 2 bad teams playing football and one. So I will gladly take top of the AFC North for the time being. I know y'all got New England coming up. I know we got Bengals, then New England. Okay, I'm sorry. And then we got the Dolphins on Monday. And even that's
and Detroit after that.
In Detroit after that. I think I'm a little more concerned. Well, if I was a Ravens fan, I'd be a little more concerned about the Patriots than if I was than me being a Steelers fan being worried about the Detroit Lions. Not because Detroit Lions are playing decent football. I'm just Brian Branch, sir.
I'll say this though.
They're a little more susceptible to lay an egg, is what I'm saying. The Detroit,
and to add to that, I think Detroit's going to be the more desperate team because of where they're at in the NFC standings right now. Because right now they would be out of the playoffs right now. I think they're the 8th seed behind Chicago.
Yeah.
So I think going into
maybe they got something to play for. Maybe
they're going to be the more hungrier team than I think New England will be a couple of weeks from now. They're going to be coming here, to play the Ravens. Y'all have to go to Detroit to take on the Lions. So I think Detroit, between Detroit and New England, I think at this stage of the season, Detroit's going to be the more hungrier team to try to, be able to make sure they get in the playoffs. New England is already right there.
I still think they're most susceptible to lay an egg, though.
No, for
Detroit,
sure.
I mean.
No, for sure. For sure. I would say this is probably not a good spot for the Patriots either, being on the road. And now they flex the game from, early afternoon into the night game. They announced yesterday. So, that's going to be prime time, which I'm not surprised about.
Yeah, neither am I. But let me ask you an honest question.
Yep.
And I'm just talking about this year.
Yeah.
Is anybody scared to go into Baltimore and play football?
No. But I know how this league works, and I guess just to kind of get into what happened on Sunday. Look, the game is the game. I tell you what, I've been staying away from parlays a lot lately. I've strictly been dealing with playing, fantasy basketball. Really, like I won't shout out the company, but I've been playing fantasy basketball, just doing straight up lineups. And, I've been really good at it. I've won money, 5 times last week You know, won some money yesterday. Hopefully, you know, going to win something tonight with a couple of you know, NBA Cup games tonight. And I don't want to sound like I'm being hypocritical or anything like that, but look, man, this shit's got to stop with the NFL. With you know what's going on in New York with the officiating, you know, with you know, instant replay or whatever, you know, whoever is making the decisions up there, because the referees originally, they got the Isaiah Likely touchdown correct. When they called the Aaron Rodgers interception, they got that one originally correct. And I know many Pittsburgh Steelers fans, including yourself, are going to say, hey, they got it wrong. We don't give a damn. And that's cool. That's cool. You know, a dub is a dub for y'all. And I don't expect nothing less. But they got to stop this stuff, because, I mean, there's no way in hell that you look at those two plays. And I'll throw in the Travis Jones one, too, because that one was just as egregious as well. You cannot look at those plays, call what you call, and then take it to replay and overturn it. Like there was no evidence whatsoever, nothing conclusive to say, hey, it should have been called the other way. None whatsoever.
See, I agree with you on that. That Isaiah Likely was definitely a touchdown. We agree there. There's no argument there. So that shouldn't have been overturned. But and I get, you know, that would be the difference between a win and a loss. I don't, you know, whatever. But the Aaron Rodgers, I think they was right there too. Honestly, like if he catches the ball and his knees hit the ground, then that's he's down, right? Am I missing the rule?
My problem is that he didn't have complete control of the ball as he was going down to his knees. He had one hand on the ball. What's his name? Had his both hands on the ball as they were coming down, and eventually my guy had full possession of it when it was all said and done at the
maybe pile. I won't stretch the conversation, but I'm pretty certain. And maybe I will look back at it. Maybe I won't. That he had both his hands on that football, and I'm not denying that the defensive player didn't have both hands on the football. Yeah. But if both players on either side, offense and defense, have their hands on the ball, then they're normally going to give it to the offense.
And that's it. In the situation you're talking, yes, but he had one hand on that ball, and he didn't have complete control of it as he was coming down with it.
Well, define
the way I saw it.
Like, okay, yeah, because define complete control, because where I saw both knees was down, both his hands was on the ball and his knees was down.
So the way I saw it, and you're right about the knees part, the way I saw it was that he had one hand on the ball, and I think he was trying to get the second hand on the ball right before the defender came to try to grab it from him.
We agree it was the ball, when he threw the ball, it was tipped, he caught the ball.
Yeah.
Or so you saying he did a one-hand catch? How or are you saying he had it?
It wasn't full possession.
It was ruled a catch. So I get you. It was ruled a catch. So it wasn't
right.
Like he caught. I got you. Okay.
Right. And to me, it didn't look like he had full possession of it. Again, the original call was it was an interception. They showed it again, and I said, oh, they're right because of the control of the ball. He didn't have complete control of it. Him and the defender was coming down with it. And by the time they got to the ground, my defender had full control of the ball. That's an INT. That's the kind of way I saw it.
Yeah, I won't cry over spilled milk because Pittsburgh won. You know, I'm sure if this was the other way around, I might have a little more vigor to argue with you about it. But I mean, we won, so.
Well, it's like I said. Like,
it's exactly like you said.
Yeah, I get it. I tell people all the time.
I still disagree with you, but hurrah.
No, sure, that's fine. We see it two different ways. I'm just trying to get to the point that, look, y'all got to stop, man. I get Vegas is involved with this stuff, man. I mean, you want to throw conspiracy theories out there? Yeah, this is my conspiracy theory. They wanted the Steelers to win the game on Sunday.
Why?
That's the only way I see it, bro. Like,
why? What benefit? What benefits the NFL for having the Steelers win over the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday? I'm asking.
let me rephrase the question. What benefit does Vegas have on this? Let's remember something here. You know, it's the house. You know, they say, look, you got to try to beat the house every now and then. I'm sure there was a lot of money on the Ravens coming in. I didn't check the books. I didn't check all that stuff.
Okay.
I didn't check all that stuff, but I am almost positive that there was a lot of money on the Ravens side. I mean, think about it. They talking about, you know, Tomlin, you know, this might be his last year, all the other stuff. And I guess we got to go back just a little bit, because since we've been away, you know, from the pod or whatever. But yeah, the previous home game against Buffalo, the crowd is chanting fire Tomlin. Oh, the talk all week was, oh, this could be the end for Tomlin. The Steelers aren't playing well. Rodgers hurt his wrist, and, you know, Mason Rudolph had to come in. You know, some uncertainty about this team. And, you know, look, that's how Vegas plays it. Like, they put the, you know, whatever the spread was, I think it was 5.5. I think it was Ravens minus 5.5. And I'm sure a lot of people played the minus 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, at the end of the day, when you look at it, if you got a bunch of bets on the minus 5.5, Vegas want that to go the other way around, you know, in terms of, you know, how much money people gonna cash out. Because I imagine if we won, that's a whole lot of money being cashed out versus the other way around.
Yeah,
so it's not so much the benefit of the NFL, it's what Vegas wants. It's what Vegas, you know, it's what Vegas thinks. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what I would tell you is that you are going to eventually reach the stars. That's for certain. That is a hell of a reach. I'm
just happy I got the platform, man.
Yeah, man, you are certainly gonna touch the stars, my brother.
Yep.
Hey, look, man, maybe, sure, yeah, you know, as long as we can all be objective here, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, see, what's extremely helpful for my mental health this season is that I just didn't have any faith in the Steelers at all this year at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So win or lose, like I remember tweeting about it. Cause there was a point where I got, you know, I'm a fan of the team, so I watched it and I got excited as things started to go our way, but in the back of my mind, I knew it was going to eventually, you know, things was going to start to not go our way, and then it happened. And
8 yards total in the fourth quarter. Was that the stat that I heard?
Don't give me the line. Look. Let me tell you what I did. I watched that game. I made me some sliders, and you know what I'm saying. And when I watched that game and said, "Ooh, cool, we got the dub." I turned over on my couch and took my afternoon nap. That's what because again, it was, you know, it was just like, all right, bro, like we won. That's what's up. You know, I shook my head. My daughters came in, asked me whatever they wanted to talk to me about, because I kind of shut that down when Pittsburgh is playing, and it was what it was, bro. Like it was good for my mental health from that standpoint. But I say that to say, man, the AFC North is trash this year.
Yeah.
I mean, absolute trash. Yeah. And we not, and nobody, like, regardless of who wins the division. Now, don't get me wrong. Pittsburgh wins the division. I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna be doing what I do.
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing what I do.
Yeah.
But nothing about my projections changed. We make the playoffs. First round, we out. And I'd be surprised if anything short, anything.
I will say this. I will say this, and I guess if Pittsburgh were to make the playoffs, regardless of what the Ravens are going through, what the Chiefs are going through, Rodgers would have had the most experience of the AFC quarterbacks in the playoffs. He would have had that anyway because he's the veteran in the conference. So
in the league.
Yes, in the league, but particularly in the AFC, he would have the most playoff experience in the conference, regardless of what some of these other teams are going through. We'll talk about that.
Only person older than him is Phillip Rivers.
Saw that, man. That's a joke, bro.
Get well soon and Daniel Jones, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. That's ugly, bro. That's ugly. I mean, I wanted to come on here and I sort of did it last week that I've criticized the Colts because they've been mid for a month. Going back to the game against y'all.
Yeah,
they've been mid for a month.
Yeah.
Even when they went overseas and they played the Falcons and that game went to overtime and then they blew that fourth quarter lead against the Chiefs in Kansas City, and then here comes the Texans and they lose to the Texans at home, and now you in Jacksonville, a team that's right behind you too, that's been playing some good ball lately, and the moment he went down with the Achilles, I said, and I'll be honest with you, looking at their schedule the rest of the way, I thought they was gonna slide anyway, whether he got hurt or not. I mean, you got Seattle next week, you got the Niners after that, and then Jacksonville again, Texans again. Yeah. I thought they were going to slide anyway, but...
Hold on now.
What?
When you say you thought they was going to slide, you felt like they was going to lose the division slide?
Yeah. And I'm only basing it off of the month that they had.
Okay.
I'm basing it off of the month that they had.
Got you. I'm about to say, bro, that's not what y'all. That's not. What
No.
Okay.
I acknowledge that for pretty much the month of November, starting with your game, we said after they played the Pittsburgh Steelers, we said, "Hey, this was just a bad game." And then they went overseas. They played the Falcons. They beat them in a close game. And then after that, they blew the lead to Kansas City and they lost to the Texans, and now they lost to Jacksonville. So that's back-to-back division losses, and now you lose your starting quarterback, and you got a gauntlet of a schedule coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a slide, bro. And again, even if he didn't get hurt, they was going to have a tough time because the past few games, you haven't really seen the Colts from what you've seen the first half of the season. They was averaging 30-something points a game. Jonathan Taylor was an MVP candidate. We've been talking about that, for weeks early on in the year. That's changed now. That changed within a month.
Yeah. Right
before this injury happened. So they could kiss the division goodbye. They could kiss the playoffs goodbye.
Yeah, certainly for certain now, but
ain't no Phillip Rivers coming to save the day.
Yeah,
if that's what they think.
Yeah, at all. This is unfortunate, but like I said when C-Lou was on, shout out to C-Lou. I didn't believe this team no way. Like again, I thought they would win.
Don't do that, man.
Who? I said it to him. I definitely said it to him. I said they would win the division and then they would lose to a Denver or a New England in the first round. I definitely said that.
Okay. Now I just when we're talking about a team that just lost their starting quarterback, I'm just not sure that that's the proper thing to say. You didn't believe in them no way.
I ain't believing them no way. I didn't. But with Daniel Jones, I didn't believe in him. When they was on that before they played Pittsburgh, because that's when we had them on. I said, "Hey, bro, that's exactly what I told him."
Yeah,
I don't believe that.
But we were talking about them as a playoff team, though.
Sure.
They're not a playoff team anymore.
But when they're definitely not that. But when you're talking about who the Colts were in October, late October, we was talking about a team that could potentially go to the AFC Championship. That was your ceiling for them. Right. You know what I'm saying? So and I was saying I didn't believe that. So get well soon, Daniel Jones, and I'm sure they'll have time to get themselves together for next season.
But they in trouble beyond the season. Let's remember 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, and he's not even playing because he's hurt. Calf injury. Right, he's hurt. And because this is so late in the season, and this I think was a contract year for Daniel Jones. I think this is a 1-year deal. So, you probably lost out on some money. Number one, if you're Daniel Jones. Number two, if you're the Colts, who's your starting quarterback? I mean, do you still believe in Anthony Richardson?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like they are in trouble beyond.
Do you think we got the word on how long he's gonna be injured? I know it's an ACL, right?
It's Achilles.
Achilles, okay.
An Achilles.
How long is it? So that's a year?
That's a year, yeah. When you base it on Aaron Rodgers, it took him
a year.
And if you look at some of the guys in the NBA that suffered Achilles, they're missing time this season. They're not gonna play. So you got to think he's definitely not gonna be ready for the start of 2026. But now you look around that quarterback.
So you think that's a situation where they don't sign him?
I think it's a situation where they don't sign him to a mid to large contract. But I do think that they might just sign him at not the vet's minimum. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean they could sign him at like a reasonable, something below, mid-level.
Give me a number.
I'd say 15. Because backups are making 10, right?
I think you lowballing them.
At 15?
Yeah, I think he gets. I think they'll give him 20, 25 like a Justin Fields situation.
Oh yeah, he did get 25 in New York. Yeah, I mean the injury changes it, or maybe you go 20. Maybe you go 20 then.
Yeah, I think they rehab him and treat him like their starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
That just got injured.
But they
but he'll obviously be cheaper. But they're right, sure. But the 25 million, if you pay, and obviously we freestyle. And I don't really know what their budget look like, their cap look like. But you get your quarterback at $25 million a year. You got space for another, the Jacoby Brissetts of the world. I'm just not, that caliber of a backup quarterback.
Yeah. And he is a free agent, by the way, too.
I assume so, but yeah, you can do 25 and then get a Jacoby Brissett at 15. Get a what's the other black quarterback that always moves? Tyrod Taylor at
Taylor.
You can get those types of backups.
Yeah. Although I would prefer Jacoby over Tyrod.
Well, I'm just saying that caliber of a quarterback. I was just saying that you can find that type.
No, I got you. I'm just speaking into the reality of it, that if you're looking at those two guys. I think because Tyrod, historically, he's gotten hurt, these last few years. Jacoby Brissett, he's probably the more reliable backup in the league. If I had my choice of the two, I would go with Jacoby if I had my choice of the two.
Frankly, I think you got more options than that.
Yeah, for sure. Mariota, I don't know what his situation
I was going to
is.
say, I was just about to say Mariota.
Trey Lance is out there too.
Exactly. You got names out there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
But Clippers. Colts are done.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Colts are
done. They done.
Colts are absolutely done.
And I'll repeat, I thought they were done before he got hurt. I thought they were done before that.
Texans and Jaguars in the South.
To win the division?
Yeah.
I'm still gonna take the Jags. I'm gonna still take the Jaguars. So the key here is they don't play each other again because they already played twice. They split the matchups. They did. They split the matchups. Texans got a tougher schedule down the stretch with the Chargers on the schedule. A few other the AFC heavyweights on that schedule also. They got Indianapolis, which that should be a W for them.
Right.
But you look at Jacksonville's schedule, Jets, Titans, Colts again, and Denver. If you're Jacksonville, 3-1 is probably the record you're looking at to get the division, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Look, it's not like we expected much out of the AFC South as far as Super Bowl contention anyway. They'll win it.
Well, we're just talking who getting in the playoffs.
Yeah. I got you. I got you. Yeah. So yeah, I guess. I think I would rather see the Texans than the Jacksonville Jaguars, but
in terms of what?
In the playoffs, I would rather see the Texans in the playoffs than the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Really? You'd
Yeah.
rather see that defense?
I'd rather see the Texans defense in the playoffs than
Oh,
I would.
you're talking about from a viewing standpoint. You're not
Yes.
talking from a, okay, got you. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying from like if your team had to play Jacksonville or Houston. I
Oh
thought,
no, hell no! I'd rather see
I'm about to
Jacksonville. Yeah, yeah,
I'm about
no,
to
no, no,
say,
no.
nigga, what?
No. I'm saying I would rather.
You really high
Yeah,
for real.
nah. I ain't look. I told you I'm not expecting nothing from Pittsburgh. I don't give a damn who we play. I'd be honest with you. I don't see us coming out of it.
All right.
I mean, maybe if it's Jacksonville, we got a better shot, obviously. But I was, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. All right. I hear you, man. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about that. We'll talk a little bit more about that. All right. Let's get our guest in here. So, Casz, Clayton.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
Let me plug you in real quick here. So, Chief CCO of New Era Prep down in South Florida. They also got a YouTube channel as well. Also check out the website neweraprep.org. I believe that's the ending there. Correct me if I'm wrong. How's everything, man? Welcome to the show. Thanks for jumping in.
No, I appreciate you guys for having me. Greatly appreciate it. Everything is everything, man. It's end of the season, bowl season coming up, state champions. Like I'm in the thick of it right now, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
I see you got the Miami Hurricanes hat on, so kind of a pivot for a minute. So, quick question, because I guess this whole thing about Notre Dame being left out the playoffs because of, the Hurricanes beat them earlier in the season. I guess that was week 1 of the season.
Week 1. Yep.
Yeah. So
Labor Day weekend, week 1. It was the first time in I think 6 years. 2017 was the last time they had a matchup there. So it was a huge game. You know what I mean? And then going against a team that made it as far as they did. It's just always been like a big game. But yeah, man. I mean, I just feel like it was just only right to have Miami in the playoffs. If we're being honest, like the committee would have had a lot of explaining to do. Head to head, we beat them earlier
right.
in the regular season. So why would they be?
They would have had, well, they have something to explain now, in my opinion, but do you think Notre Dame should be left out, or you think they got it right?
You mean like them?
Do you think that? I'm sorry. Do you think they should have left Notre Dame out, or do you think they should have let them into the playoffs?
I think they had to do what they had to do. Like I probably am being biased because
it's okay.
It's cool.
We love
it's
biases.
Cool. Yeah,
we love bias around here.
At the same time though, if you beat a team head to head, like it is what it is. Like you have to go with it. Like what other reason justifies it? As far as them opting out of the bowl game, I'm not sure exactly what was Marcus Freeman's perspective, or what he was thinking about that, or I'm sure he did what was best for his team. And I don't know exactly if that was like a just doing what's best for them or an emotional reaction or whatnot, but they opted out. And I'm just like, okay, well, what can you do?
They said we're not gonna play in no bowl games, Maestro.
Yeah, no bowl games.
God bless. God bless.
Yeah.
Maybe they got the money and all the endorsements and all those.
They do.
Maybe they got what.
They don't need that. They don't need that.
Yeah.
They don't need that bowl money.
Yeah.
They
How
got
about
what
they
they
get in the
need.
conference though? How about they join the conference for a change?
How about that?
You know what I mean? They think they special just because they by themselves and all this. It's like, y'all.
That's a whole nother conversation.
A whole nother, right, yeah.
Whole nother conversation now, for sure.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about New Era Prep, because I checked out the website and I see you have a lot of individuals that are given opportunities to cover different sports in South Florida. You have some students, some interns, and some people that are on the come up that are looking to get into the sports media space. So kind of, talk about New Era Prep and what the impact on the community down there is like, and what's the goal, the goal, for New Era Prep.
No, for sure. So New Era was just the idea at first. Initially, it was Prep Builders. Prep Builders was the first company that we started off with. It started in Palm Beach County. So I'm gonna just give you guys a little history. South Florida is all about Miami and Broward County. We
Okay.
had teams from the Muck, which is like Belglade, which is where some really great guys came out of there. But if we're talking about coverage and history and championship teams, they are more of in Broward County, Dade County, which is Miami, Fort Lauderdale
Yep.
area.
Mm-hmm.
The next county up is Palm Beach County, which is, you've had guys, big time guys come out of there. Not, I can mention some, but they don't receive as much coverage or exposure. So the goal entirely was to provide exposure for the athletes in Palm Beach County, as much as the guys in Broward or Dade County were receiving as well. And so initially it was to assist with those guys, and assist with exposure of getting those guys. I myself moved to Palm Beach County from Broward County when I was in high school. I graduated from Boynton Beach High School, where Lamar Jackson played football as well. So
Yep.
it was an automatic switch for me. I covered Lamar when he was in high school, and that's kind of how I got into it. But I started off doing that, covering high school football games. My team and I, boots on the ground, and it just kind of just expanded from there. It kind of just went from there. And now, if you look fast forward, you saw our student volunteers. When I see a lot of the students like myself that was in high school, no direction, no structure. They don't really know where to go. That's where New Era Prep stands in. That's where we allow the students to have the experience of covering big time games that they may not get anywhere else, at a big stage. You know what I mean? Professional college games, big high school football games. We provide that exposure for them before they even go off to college, and sometimes while they're in college. And I think it's an amazing thing, since we have started the um, we call them junior journalist program.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been so rewarding to see. I write letter of recommendations all the time. I help kids receive scholarships. They receive volunteer hours for high school. It's just a beautiful thing, and I really love that. We created that program, and it really helps too, because the kids, they're at it. They're really determined, and they're hungry, to get their feet wet. So to get their feet out there and wet. So it works out for everybody.
Now, do they also have scholarship programs for anybody that comes in that maybe want to take journalism courses in college?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we do is, we're contracted with quite a few colleges down here. There's a ton of colleges, Kaiser,
Okay.
FIU. We're contracted with them, and with some of those colleges, they also have broadcasting there, even high schools. So yes, we do provide scholarships. Well, I would say not just as yet as scholarships. We have provided scholarships in the past, but consistently, as far as receiving a scholarship for this school, we've gotten scholarships for students. But as far as actual giving a scholarship, no. But
Gotcha.
but we're locked in with a lot of colleges that do offer scholarships, and a lot of different places that offer scholarships. So we're locked in with those, and we're able to help the kids receive scholarships, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up. So, give us give us your background real quick. Where you started from? How we get here?
Ooh, so I like to tell people I'm from Broward County, Deerfield Beach. Shout out to Deerfield. But my parents decided to move to Delray Beach, which is maybe 20 minutes away from Deerfield.
Mhm.
And I started going to Boynton Beach High School. I was in a magnet program, but I also played ball. I played basketball. So I was an athlete, and I was forced to when I transferred over from Broward to Boynton, I was forced to take this TV production class. And they just
Oh,
kind of they threw me in the class, and I'm like, I'm this new girl,
you
like
was already
I don't
there.
know what I'm doing
It was
here. You
already in
know
your
what I
blood.
mean? I don't know what I'm doing here. They threw me in there. I got into there, and then I did the announcements. Like, we had to rotate, and I did the announcements one day, and my teacher was just like, "Yo, yeah, you're really good at this. Like, you're actually like good." And the other students, everybody was too cool to do the morning announcements. So I would just kind of stay in that rotation, and I would be the face and a voice to do the morning announcements in high school. And after that, I was in TV production too. So throughout my time, I continued on with broadcasting, and then I made a segment where I'm interviewing the football players in the hallways about, what do you think? How many touchdowns are you going to score, or what's the score prediction and stuff like that. That was super fun to me. At basketball games, my women's basketball team, we were really good, so I was able to get some stuff in with them. And I kind of just took that from from high school experience. I went on to Connecticut School of Broadcasting, which
Okay.
was where I started doing a lot of my internships with ESPN, West Palm, CNN, Fox Sports. Like, it just grew from there. So I would do a lot of interning. Like I said, I covered Lamar Jackson. That really took off for me. I was actually at the game where he did the, step back and it went viral. It was on,
Mm-hmm.
Oh
what was
yeah,
it? It was like
Mm-hmm.
on Vine or
the
something.
infamous. Yeah.
Yes, yes. He did that. I was like right there, but my camera wasn't rolling. I wish I had my camera. That's one of my
Ah.
biggest. But just to see it in person was crazy. But um, yeah, I started from there. I'm like, I really like this broadcasting stuff. How can I make this out of a career? I like sports. I'm an athlete myself. I understand the game. I get a rush every time I step onto the field or the court. And I wanted to continue to have that feeling. And I thought to myself, okay, I want to do something with this. So I did go to school. I did intern. I did some work, and um, it then continued on. I actually went and joined the service for a while.
Okay.
But it was just always a part of me. It was always a passion. I'm
Oh,
very passionate about what I do, and I love helping others as well and telling their story. That's what I focus on in the community, the players, and of humanizing athletes. And I feel like that's what I'm called to do. And I've been out of the Air Force. I've been down at it, and I see too. Now I'm here.
man,
Yeah,
Air
I'm
Force.
here
Yeah,
now. I'm
appreciate
For
your
here.
sure.
service. Yeah,
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I
that's
appreciate it.
awesome. That's
All
awesome
right.
stuff.
So
I know.
now
I know.
we
Maestro wants to get into
now
the.
I'm about to say now we got
Yeah.
the introductions and the good shit out the way. The four. All right. Let's talk some Miami Dolphins. Let's talk some Miami Dolphins.
All right, all right.
Um.
So,
So let's
yeah.
let's first before we get into it. I just want to talk to you about how it started this year and where we at now. How you feeling about this season for the Miami Dolphins?
Did you hear that sigh?
Yeah, yeah. Let's get to it. Cause I'm a
All
Pittsburgh
right.
Steelers fan.
Are you a Steelers fan?
I am a Steelers fan.
Yeah, that guy.
You
That
ready
guy
for
right
this? We're
there.
Yeah,
waiting for this. Yeah, I see.
yeah.
Hey, look at my guy over there with the Ravens hat on.
Yeah.
We gonna hold that up.
They
But
they
check it
they
out.
they they second place
Well,
right now in the North. They
we
second
crushed
place
them
right now.
a few weeks ago, so
Well,
that's
I
why.
can't yeah, but they second place in the North right now. We ain't concerned about second place right
Right.
Okay,
Y'all funny as heck.
okay, all
now.
right.
But check me out. So I feel like I've been a Dolphin fan for a little minute now. I know I look young as heck, but I was born into it. I would say that. We can get into that a little bit later. But I tell people even like pre shows, like Miami Dolphins is like having being in a toxic relationship. Like the Miami Dolphins is the toxic boyfriend that I have. That it's like a love hate thing, and it's just like, bro, like what's going on? Like, every year it's the same. You start off a little rocky. We try to work some things out. You do good for a little while, but then it just stops. They never make it anywhere. They never make it to the playoffs. Like it's just always messiness, toxic stuff going on. And I love to protect my peace. So to be quite honest with you, if I'm being honest, I've just been protecting my peace. I've been protecting
Man.
my peace. But it's still Miami Dolphins. I'm Miami everything at the end of the day. Marlins, Florida Panthers,
You like the Heat? You like
Hurricanes,
the Heat too?
Miami Heat. I love the Heat. That's where it
Oh
started with
God.
me. I love
Mm.
ball. Come on, bro. Don't do that, bro.
I'm a
Don't do
Knicks. I'm a
that.
Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan. So
Ooh, hey, listen, we got to talk on a back end, but
all right.
um, but yeah, I'm Miami Heat. Like I'm Miami everything to the fault. You know what I mean? I'm from the crib. This is me. But I'm always gonna have love for the Miami Dolphins. But it's real toxic right now. I'm not gonna lie. So let's go into the preview. I know we're gonna preview the Steelers.
Well,
We
I
want to
say
talk about.
this. I say this. I was expecting you to be a little more gung ho since y'all been on a little win streak. But it's good
No,
to
I'm used
know.
to it. I'm used
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
I'm
It's
used to
good
it.
to know that is at least because that's how I feel about Pittsburgh. I came to this season not expecting a whole lot, so it's been very peaceful. I was just saying this earlier in the episode how peaceful it's been for me because I don't expect anything this year. I'll watch the game,
Okay.
and if we win, whoop de doo. If we lose, all right, that's kind of what I
Okay.
expected.
Oh, I
You know
feel
what I'm
like we're in
saying?
the same. We're in the
We
same
we
place
we
when it
locked
comes
in.
to our
We the
team.
aura. You know what I'm saying. We locked in. That's what's
I
up.
love,
You know
but
what I'm
at the end
saying?
of the day, yes, and
Yeah.
I just feel like the whole, the getting rid of Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel, I feel like the whole organization just needs to just start all
Start
over.
over.
So
And I
question
Yeah.
know a
for
lot of
you.
fans say that,
So Cass,
but
question for you. Did they fire the wrong person a few weeks ago?
um, I like Mike McDaniel as OC. As a
Yeah.
head coach, I
Yeah.
don't feel like he's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about firing. I mean, Chris was there for a long ass time. He was there
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
So maybe he could have been like the person. But if we're talking about between him and Mike McDaniel, I just feel like they both they just need to start all over. I like Mike McDaniel as OC. That originally
Yeah.
was what
Mm-hmm.
his job. I feel like he's not a terrible coach, but at the end of the day, like they have not made a playoff run in what five,
So,
6, yeah. So it's like, bro, like what are we
It's
doing here?
been about a
What are we
quarter
doing here?
century.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean a run. Yeah. A run. Yeah.
A run
No,
run.
Yeah.
run. Like, but I'm saying like even like
They've made
getting
the
there.
playoffs. Yeah. They've
Right,
Yeah,
made
they
the
they
made the
made the
playoffs.
playoffs,
playoff.
but they ain't win a game in
They
like what
have.
No,
They
they
since
have.
haven't won
2000,
that.
right?
No, they have not.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
I'm
Jason
about to
Taylor
say.
days.
I'm about to say.
Now those are the days when they're supposed to be in there. Like those
Mm-hmm.
they were equipped. But yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, my
But
quarterback.
yeah,
That's
I was going. You must have known that. You must have known I was going there next. Cause what's the
yeah. That's
answer, right? Cause what's the answer? He got all the money. I mean, but it kind of feels like he ain't the guy in Miami, right?
he's not. He's
Yeah,
not. He's not, and that's why I really, honestly, I took that approach. And then when Tyreek Hill got hurt, I was just like, just let go and let God, let go
yeah,
and let God at
Mhm.
that point. But yeah, he's not. And I'm sorry, he's not the answer. He's not the guy. He's not going to get us to where we need to go as far as like a winning team. It's
yeah.
just not going to happen with him. So
So are they trading Tua this offseason in your eyes?
I hope so.
Hell, they ain't trading no damn.
They're
They are
not.
not
They
trading
not.
to it.
They
They are
not
not
though.
trading
They
to it.
not
They
though.
just
It's
gonna
gonna take.
sit.
It's gonna take a lot to get rid of Tua, unfortunately. But I just hope that they take And they be pissing me off with this during the off season. Like during this off season, right? They brought in a lot of big guys. They needed to bring into a secondary. They didn't do that. They needed to bring up, some secondary guys. They did not do that.
Yeah.
But they wanted big guys. They wanted like protection for Tua. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like Chris Greer, that was his thing to do. But bro, I felt they pissed me off in the off season every time. I just be like, what are y'all doing? So when it comes to off season stuff, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with it. I just feel like it's not what it needs to be when it comes to off season stuff. So if you're
Yeah.
asking me about off season, as far as like, would they do the right thing? I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
This is me.
they're gonna
This
get
is
another
okay.
GM in
This,
there. That's the thing. They're gonna
that
hire
no,
somebody else
that
to
is.
run the team.
But who?
Yeah, Lord knows.
Somebody.
Right, Lord knows.
I mean, Maestro, they can hire us to run the team. I don't know.
Because the first thing I'm gonna do is figure out how I can get Tua off the books. Somebody. I don't know who
Hey,
would
the
take
Colts.
Yeah, like I don't know who would take him. Look,
The Colts will
if I
take
can
them.
get some draft capital.
After
But
he got hurt and all that, I'm just like, bro, like, give it up, bro.
Yeah, because what are you really gonna get for Tua now?
The bro, look, sometimes he's
Third
scared to
rounder?
get hit. I'd be scared to get hit too if I was like this condition I was
Yeah.
in. But
Yeah.
All the concussions
Yeah.
and stuff. But
Right,
yeah.
because which is why it made sense that they would try to, get an offensive line together. You don't want him to get hit, but it's not like he playing. It's a shit show. It just is. It's a shit show in Miami, and it's not like we had a whole lot of expectations since the two concussions and all that. I it's a miracle that he's playing football. Let's start there.
Right.
But let alone us having some real expectations for him to be, a top 10 quarterback along with Waddle and Tyreek Hill. I know he's out, but and then that they got a running game going, but it's just
Chain not doing enough. It's
yeah,
not enough.
yeah. I mean, that's a
He's
lot.
doing his thing.
That's a lot.
Yeah, the 4-game win
That's
streak.
what we got.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, but it's kind of
Hey,
like
get ready for some A-chain, Maestro.
Yeah, look, but here's the thing about that, right? We'll do the humble trash talk. We'll do it humbly because we're not really nobody's looking forward to anything. History would suggest this year is that one thing Pittsburgh will try to do is stop the run. When we don't believe that the quarterback is going to throw the ball do a whole bunch of throwing the ball.
Yeah.
I.e. The Indianapolis Colts earlier this year.
Yeah.
So we should look forward to us trying stopping we're gonna sell out. Exactly. We're gonna sell out. We're gonna sell out and hopefully it works. And not even hopefully. I'm in a new space in my life. I've been listening to a lot of Earl Nightingale at night. And
are y'all over? Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that we're gonna stop the run. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We will succeed in stopping the run. The only thing what I'm concerned about in real life is nothing, honestly. But I guess if we gotta talk about football,
I mean, somebody gonna win the game. So
somebody gotta win the game.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody gotta win.
Yeah.
Are y'all over 500 team right now?
Yeah, we are. I don't know about the Ravens, but
what the Ravens got to do with this?
My fault. I had to do it somewhere. My fault, gang. I had to shoot somewhere. She's being so humble. What you want me to say, Trey? She's being humble.
Man, honestly, bro, like I don't been on a few podcasts this year. I really had from this year just been like really what it is. I'm not a Cowboys fan. Cowgirls, like I'm not doing that, bro. I've been a Dolphin fan for too long, bro. You heard what Trick Daddy said. You heard what Trick Daddy said.
No, what Trick Daddy said?
He put money on the Dolphins. He lost it.
Oh, yikes.
Did he really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, well, he got the bread to do so. So that's his fault.
Man, that song came out 20 years ago. But yeah.
Oh, okay. You talking about this? Okay, gotcha. I thought you said that this year.
Okay.
Got you.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I thought so too.
No,
You
it's
talking about
all
the
good.
song? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, come on, man. It's been the
Yeah,
same ever since.
yeah. Ain't no lie about that. Ain't no lie
I
about
wish
that.
I wish I had some more. Would y'all have wanted me to come on here and talk about how good the
Nah,
Dolphins? I
nah.
mean, let's be real. Like
Well,
y'all want me to like put
No,
out.
if you
They
did,
have been
if you
winning. They
did,
have been winning though.
but
if
but
you
But I'm
did,
Cass,
we
very
if
would have
you
laughed
did,
you at the gym.
I'm very
we wouldn't
realistic.
have.
I'm
Yeah, we
realistic.
wouldn't have been upset about it. We wouldn't have. We'd have
We
been
just would have.
listening all years.
I'm very
Yeah,
realistic. I'm
We
not
if
yeah,
delusional.
yeah, no, we're okay with delusional. Maestro is not gonna lie though. I'd be like, girl, you tripping. You tripping.
yeah.
I actually
We'll tell you the truth.
I
But
actually need to apologize to somebody. And Trey, I'm not gonna mess up her name, but shout out to the Pantherettes. I do need to apologize to Carolina Panthers fans because we had a Carolina Panther fan early in the season, and we went through this like game by game how well they were going to do. And I was like, girl, I don't see y'all winning 6 games. and
And they have.
and they have. And they
they're more than
have.
that. They 7 and
And they're,
6.
they're 7 and
Yeah.
6, and it's not unreasonable to think that they could win the division.
They're in it. Yeah, they're in
It's
it.
not unreasonable to think that they could win a division the way Tampa is playing right now.
They're
So, if they win a division, I am going to do some apologizing to the
No,
Carolina
hold
Panthers.
on.
But Maestro, I
Yeah.
thought she was going to bring home the point that she said as we were checking off dubs and L's throughout that Panther schedule. She had 12 wins in that schedule.
Okay,
And we was like, all right, we get it. You a Panthers fan. You're going to talk the talk. We get it.
12
but
wins is OD though. It's the
yeah,
Panthers.
she
Yeah,
OD
yeah.
for sure. She
No,
OD
12
for
wins
sure.
is
But
OD.
But if you win
know,
a division, you allowed the OD in your projections a little bit. If they win a division, I'm gonna shoot her that bell.
yeah.
I
But
think you
yes.
should highlight her anyway because they did get some. They did win. I mean, the season's still not over. I don't know what else they have going on the schedule, but
I mean, they
they
beat
got
some
more
quality
wins than they got
teams.
losses. So
They
Yeah,
beat some quality teams, though.
yeah,
yeah, they definitely,
I think
they.
either way you should. Either way you should get at her, bro.
You saying I should humble myself?
Either way. Because you
Yeah.
know what? That happens a lot. That happens a lot. Like, what happens is I'll come on X, Twitter, whatever y'all want to call it. I say what I have to say. And then they be like, no, see, like, what are you talking about? And then it happens. Or they'll hear it from their favorite person or
Yeah.
uh, also
Yeah.
a guy. And then they're
Yeah.
like, oh, dang.
Talk
Well,
your shit.
C2 was right. C2
Yeah.
actually was on point with what she was. Nah, bruh. You wasn't trying to hear what I'm saying because what I you know what I mean? That happens a lot though.
No,
That
it
happens a
does.
lot, but it is what it is, bro. I just at this point it happens so much over the time that I've been in sports for a long time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it happens so much. I'm used to it. Whatever. Whatever.
All right, I'm going to clip that up and tag her, Trey. I'm gonna tell her this is Maestro Styles apologizing to Carolina Panthers fans and faithfuls. I was wrong. I thought that y'all were going to be absolute trash, and I thought your job was going to win no more than 6 games. I am wrong. Y'all have exceeded it, and I will also go on to say that you're not going to win 12. But if you got to 10 and beat the Buccaneers and won a division, man,
Give her a props, yeah.
yeah. Shout out to you. Shout out to Rico Dowdle, because he was on a tear for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, shout out Bryce Young too, man. Like,
yeah, for
his
sure.
His numbers aren't bad.
They're not bad at all. They're not bad at all.
His numbers aren't bad, and that defense too.
And that
defense been
is
opportunistic too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So clip it up, Trey. Let the fan base know that I was wrong, and I ridiculed you. I low key ridiculed you on these airwaves, and I was wrong for that. Humility.
Full disclosure.
Humility.
I still don't think they're gonna win the South. Full disclosure.
But that's not the point. You don't do that when you're making an apology.
Sure. I'm just throwing that out there.
You don't do that. Yeah. But shout out to the Panther fan base and the Pantherettes. I see you. We see you over here. So talk to me a little bit about you, and you alluded to it. A little bit about the dynamic between women in sports as opposed to men in sports when it comes to giving an opinion. See, and I say that to say because I won't say that I'm guilty. Me and Trey been podcasting for 10 years, and we've had a lot of women on. So we've learned very early in the game that y'all probably know more. We just have more.
Ain't no probably. Ain't no
Yeah,
probably.
like here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm willing to admit as far as men, right? Because stereotypically we're supposed to be, all men are supposed to be sports people, and you know that and the third, that I don't be doing all that's Trey, that's the stat guy and all that. I am an eye guy. I watch the game, I draw a conclusion, and say, you know, this dude probably doing this every week. And then I come on here and start talking shit.
And that doesn't mean I'm not. And it doesn't mean that I'm not. It's just you're more of an eye guy
than me.
Right. And you're more of an eye guy than I am.
I will gladly come on here and say something and be absolutely wrong because I feel that way. And so when I would have getting debates with women, it's my experience that she'll hit me with a stat and then say, oh, all right, no, I didn't know that. Now I still feel how I feel. Don't get it twisted. That don't change my thoughts. I will come on these airwaves that me and Trey pay for and be wrong every single week because that's just what I want to do.
Even after he gets the info, he's still.
I don't give a damn. But I will say that y'all just be right because y'all take and maybe it's because I won't speak to what it's because I don't know. Can you speak to the dynamic of women versus men arguing sports?
Yeah, most definitely. And what I'll do is I'll speak from myself because I mean I can. I am a woman.
Your experience. That's right.
I'll speak from my experience, right? I'm usually the only one that look like me in rooms when I go and I cover games and I'm at certain events. Um, Absolutely, the ratio of women in a locker room or at a game working is 20 to 1.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're different. We're different in ways that men cannot do at all, even if they try, right? We can do things, we see things differently. Well, I'm gonna just say me. I do things and I see things differently. I work with mostly male, and I can tell by. I'm gonna give you an example, right? So post game, there's a high profile player that had a huge game. They're going to straight up go to that person. They're gonna be like, da 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 da. So give me that, da, 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 give me that, give me it. So what it was, right? And that player is going to answer the question because that's what they're there to do.
Yeah.
Versus somebody like me, I'll come up and what's up? How your wife doing, or how your mama doing, or I'm gonna ask you questions about this, but I'm gonna treat you like a human being versus just a player for that game. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I create those relationships where they feel like, okay, well, I can give her something maybe I can't probably give. I would answer questions in a different way because of the type of questions that I will ask and the way that I'm asking and how I'm coming to that person. And I feel like a lot of players and coaches, they really appreciate that because they get the same questions over and over and over again in different ways. But they do appreciate people that appreciate them as not just a player, but as a human beings. And I feel like from a women aspect and the way that I confront anyone in the game, I confront them as a human first, not just as a player. A lot of guys, they're really on to your production, how fast you run, how many touchdowns you score, stat driven, da 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 da. But they don't really think about anything outside of that. And that's where I feel like a lot of women come in. We really just don't hit that one. We're just not in the box and just giving that one point
It's
is
a good point.
overall, right? We think differently from the aspect of the reporting aspect of it. And I feel like it helps. It helps a lot of, just getting the information. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it hurts us in a way. It hurts us in a way because, you know, when they look at women, they don't look at us as a reporter first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus they look at a Joe or a Jim. They look at us as women, a woman, and they look at us as, well, they look at me as a black woman first,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then they look at everything first, and then they look at me as a sports reporter. You understand
Gotcha.
what I mean by
Right,
that?
right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it takes a while. So I really have to like prove like, okay, I'm here to work. They appreciate when you really know like what's what,
Right.
versus just like a lazy reporter that is just talk to me about this, talk to me about that. Just tell me, just
Mm.
give them their job. Just you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Um, they always want something. So I like to give to, and that's just my standpoint from my
Yeah.
experience of,
Yeah.
in the industry for a while. It is tough sometimes, you know what I mean? It's definitely tough. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't get like eye rolls or like
Yeah.
on my wife right there. I'm not trying to talk to you right now type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I've experienced stuff like that as well. But when it comes to from a fan perspective, they look at that too. They look at you first. They look at how do you look. They look at how I look. I'm gonna just speak for my. They look at how
Yeah.
I look
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they
Yep.
automatically just X out. Oh well, you don't know ball. When in
So
reality, I do know ball.
how long do you think it takes them to realize, oh, she knows what she's talking about on a average?
Most man, no offense, y'all kind of slow. I love y'all though. I do.
Oh, I
I
know
do.
I
I'm
am. I know
slow.
I
I'm
am. Yeah,
slow. Yeah,
I
I'm
am slow.
slow. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm here
don't
to
know what it
I
takes for me.
process information very at a very slow pace. So
Y'all very analytical. Y'all like very like if I came on here and I threw out numbers and names, y'all will pick up like very quick. Y'all pick up that very quickly. Um, so I mean, it doesn't take a while. I just throw out some numbers, some names and stats, and you're like, okay, well, she do know some shit. You know what I
right.
mean? And then it just go from there. But one thing that I do differently from a man is I feel like in a lot of times when we are like, this is the barbershop, right? We are in that barbershop. It's a lot of, oh, I
Yeah.
know
yeah.
this. I did that, especially from like the former players. I worked
Mm-hmm.
with, if I look around, bro, I'm probably the most athletic person in the room. Like these guys never touch the field. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm. Right.
but sometimes there are players that or people that have played, but all that just because you're loud doesn't mean you're right.
Yeah.
And as y'all can see, I'm not a rah rah person. Like I
Yeah.
say what I say, and that's just what it is. So a lot of
Right.
people feel like just because I'm not yelling about it and I'm not trying to speak over people and I'm not that's just the type of person I am. But when I speak and I do what I do, and that's people listen. When I got out of the Air Force and I started back covering Miami Hurricanes,
Mm-hmm.
it only took one season and
Mm-hmm.
I built a fan base because I came on Twitter, I tweeted, I was asking questions. I was at Green Tree every day at the facilities. I'm getting to know the players. I'm asking questions. I never came in like, yeah, I don't know everything. Back in
Yeah.
the day I did about the Miami Heat. You couldn't tell me nothing about the Miami Heat that I didn't know. But I came in asking questions still. Like, I'm still getting acclimated. Um, you don't know everything, but you do have to work double,
Yeah.
double for
Yeah,
Yeah.
twice as
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got you. You make a great point because I could watch somebody like a Kimberly A. Martin interview a quarterback during the week when that quarterback isn't in the game. He's not in the
sure.
playbook. Just do a regular standard interview, face to face, one on one. And it's one thing to do it in that setting and to ask those kinds of questions and to get that kind of perspective and to kind of tap into the more personal side of the player. But then to do it while they're, in the middle of a game, pre-game, post-game, that kind of a thing. I think it's a bigger deal
The art.
to be able to tap into that after the game as well, because it just shows another side, really on both sides, the journalist side and the player side. It just shows, just a different dynamic altogether.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree. Yeah. I love that. Honestly, I love it. I love showing personality. I love showing the person when they take that helmet off. Or, yeah, I love showing that. I feel like that's what I'm about to do, and I feel like we do such an amazing job at doing that. Y'all know Taylor Rooks?
Yeah.
We
I mean, I know who she
know, but we
is.
don't.
I'm sorry.
We don't
Say
know
it
her
different.
personally.
I know who she is.
Yeah, we don't.
The way she's able to get stuff out of athletes should be studied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts. All I could think about is that sit down she had with Jaylen Brown. That's the one that pops out, because
That's one of her most popular.
that's the one it's the most popular one, and they've been kind of using it as a meme, early on and stuff. So, but I love her on Prime now, because the NBA's got the Prime has the NBA package.
Right.
Go ahead, Jane.
Stuff. Studio.
You know what I do? I do want to say this before we move forward is I think guys they're wired to think like that, but I think also too they are more open to women being in the industry. They see the necessity and why we're needed, and I love that. I just love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I do feel like guys
The
are open
reality
enough
the reality is that men don't make the best decisions at times.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, we need women, and it goes both ways. Y'all need us.
We need each other.
Most definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Hey, Maestro, did you give a score on Dolphins-Steelers?
Did I give a score?
You wish to give a score for the game on Monday.
Let me see here. It's feeling like
she in her fatigue pants too. She ready.
It's feeling like I'm gonna say Pittsburgh 25, Miami 14.
Damn. That's a little disrespectful.
How's that disrespectful? Why I gotta ask me an answer? Why does that feel disrespectful?
I mean, y'all kind of in the same lane.
In the same lane, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. Dolphins
25-14.
25-14, huh?
Hey man, you hear what I said?
Okay. Well, you have to answer. You have to answer to her. So.
Well, you ain't let her respond. Maybe she agreed with me. Maybe she didn't feel that was disrespectful. Maybe she just felt like that was me calling her score.
I don't think y'all gonna score 20 points.
Woo!
Okay.
Talk about
it. Okay.
I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I'm still gonna put the Dolphins to beat y'all. I think it's gonna be 17-10.
17-10. Oh yeah.
Hey, defense playing well. Hey, defense playing well. Running game working. Yeah, they've been on the heater, man. 4 wins straight.
Y'all not gonna stop the run game.
Hey man. Hey, they contended for the playoffs, Maestro.
So, they are. They actually are. They actually are.
You know, it's the wild card, then it's the hunt. They in the hunt side.
They in the hunt. They in the hunt. Hey, but we on top of the division.
Yep, that's 7-6.
Man.
Yep.
Hey man. Hey brother.
You keep saying that. Like,
hey brother, I don't need the how, why. If it was the other way, but then here's the thing. If it was the other way, he'd be jabbing.
He'll be talking his smack.
He'd be jabbing.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He'd be jabbing.
Of course.
So go on and take the jab. Go ahead and take the jab.
What's really going on with the Ravens, bro?
Their guard play is some trash right now. And they refuse to bench Daniel Falele. That's what's been going on. I mean, this defense is.
Is it just that?
No, it's not just that.
Oh,
of course, it's not just that.
I want to ask you this: do you think your quarterback is overrated?
No, not at all.
Okay,
not at all. I think, and I just said it about the offensive line. He don't trust his offensive line. Yeah, he don't trust them. I mean, you saw it, Maestro. I mean, yeah, like my man was in a blender in that right guard spot. I mean,
well, the truth is though, Trey,
yeah.
and maybe he's a veteran now. He's not a young. I ain't saying he old. He just ain't a 1-2 year back like he
Right,
was
8 years in the game.
quarter.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The guy I knew, the Lamar Jackson that I feared is the guy that didn't need an offensive line to play well. Because any given second, he was fast enough and he out. And he out. He ain't trying to make no throws. He out. He out.
So you're alluding to something. You're alluding to something, even though you probably didn't mean to do it. Even though you probably didn't mean to do it, Maestro. You're alluding to something.
I'm sure I did, but go ahead. I'm gonna let you go there.
This is how they built this team. This is how they built this team. They said, hey, Lamar's going to be able to mask everything that's wrong with this offensive line, and we just not going to pour any more resources into it. We just going to stand pat. We got old-ass Ronnie Stanley, and, I appreciate him more than anybody, but he's just getting up there, and not in terms of like he's like over 35 years old or anything like that, but he's just older. He's just not what he once was. And the defense, the way they build the defense, they keep drafting secondary players, and we ain't got no damn pass rush.
Nah, gang, that's not. I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off, gang. That's not what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying is that, and unfortunately, this is the thing that happens with a lot of black quarterbacks is I need to be more of a passer. I need to be more of a passer, and
which he's done.
Yeah, that is in his head. Just like it's in every single black quarterback's head, and mainly because they're coached by white coaches who believe in prototypical. Like, I get it. There are quarterbacks who very actively run the ball in this league, but there is still remnants and hints of, I want a prototype quarterback that can drop back and throw. If he's more of a runner than he's a thrower, then he's not a real quarterback. That stigma is still out there. And the fact of the matter is that if I'm scared on every single down that Lamar Jackson might run, then this is different. But the problem is that I'm not scared of that on every single down, because I know he wants to get Rashad Bateman involved. I know he wants to get Zay Flowers involved and Mark Andrews involved.
Yeah,
and I don't mean Lamar Jackson. I mean Todd Monken.
In general.
I mean the Ravens organization. They want to get these other players involved.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that, and I said this to you, I think I allude to this a lot about with the Ravens and these types of quarterbacks, is that they, more times than not, when you run that well, they want to turn you into Superman, so they want you to be able to do both, but they never really want to put you with that grade A wide receiver. They never want to put you with that top offensive line. Derrick Henry was a good pickup, but it's not Derrick Henry. It's not Titans Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know he's giving it because he's old, just because he's older, not because of skill set.
I was gonna say
it's only because he's older. It's only because he's older.
I got you.
But it works because you got essentially on every single play you have two explosive running backs on every single down. That's why it should work in theory. I think my the overrated conversation that comes with Lamar Jackson, I don't think he's overrated, by the way. It's only because he's so good, he should have won a championship by now. I think that's why the conversation happens. He's so good that but he's being what's the word?
Yeah.
Limited.
It's kind of what they're saying with Josh Allen, not the overrated part, but he's so good that he should have been in a Super Bowl by now. That's what they're saying about Josh Allen.
Well, let's be clear. Lamar Jackson is better than Josh Allen.
Yeah, for sure.
I hate you even brought up his name, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we know where that's coming from. We know that where that's coming from. That's a division rival right there. We understand that.
He's but truth be told, he's better. I get it. Josh Allen's bigger, but he's more of a prototypical quarterback. So they draw plays that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I feel like they just waste a lot of time trying to make black players something they're not for the sake of the trend of or the stereotypes of the NFL.
And they forget the part about building the team.
Well, they forgot what made him successful and what made him feared to begin with.
Right. No, sure. No, I get that too. I think two things could be true.
Sure.
What you just said there. And also, look, man, the Philadelphia Eagles won a Super Bowl because both they had the best set of trenches in football.
Exactly. I mean, the trenches were so good that we're sitting here questioning whether Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback.
Right. Yeah, right.
That's how good the trenches are.
Yeah. Go ahead, C2.
Lamar his feet has always been like that. It's dangerous, right?
Yeah.
It's unstoppable. It's just unfortunate that, like Maestro was saying, that it's so political. The NFL is so political.
Yeah.
I'm not
absolutely
gonna absolutely like. But knowing who LJ is and seeing him since like yay high,
I mentioned this before.
He's always used his feet. Yeah, he's always used his feet. He's always was that shifty. He always was that guy. Like he's just seeing that you don't see that much, right? You can see a bit to throw a dime. You can see that accuracy. You can see stuff like we seen that already. We seen that.
Yeah.
From multiple, but you don't see a lot of Lamar Jacksons, bro, and they're not utilized. They're not using that at all, and I think that does fall into the political side of the NFL, and it's very unfortunate. Definitely, Lamar Jackson should be a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, and I'll add to that too, because when he first got drafted and Bill Polian came out with that statement talking about, he'll end up being a wide receiver. And it wasn't just him. It was plenty of other people that kept saying, hey, he should switch to wide receiver. Look,
even put him in that rookie year. He played some wide receiver.
Yeah, right. Here's the thing, though, too, because, I mean, he's so great that he just moves at the beat of his own drum, right? And I'll throw some examples out there. The fact that he doesn't have an NFL agent, the fact that his mother's the agent, I think people in the higher ups don't like that. I think the NFL, they hate that he represents himself. I think the fact that he's got the braids and he's from South Florida and he's not Maestro alluded to it, a few months back, but he's not clean shaven. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that he's so great and that he moves, to his own beat. Like he does things differently than, some of the other black quarterbacks, really some of the other quarterbacks in general.
And go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, it's cool. I was just going to drop the point home that, it seems like they don't want this man in the Super Bowl. And it could be the NFL, it could be the people in the higher ups in the NFL, just because his game has proven these guys, these prognosticators wrong when he was coming out of college. They don't want this man in the Super Bowl. From the NFL higher ups to possibly the Ravens and the way they build this team. They don't want this man in the Super Bowl.
I told you, Trey. They got mad. Trey got mad at me when they lost in the playoffs last year. I said, you know why he lost? Right? I said, why? I said he ain't cut his hair.
They don't like anything that they cannot control. And I'm super duper proud of LJ sticking with that, because I've had other athletes come out of South Florida. Do you guys remember Denard Robinson? Denard came out. He was quarterback from Michigan.
Michigan,
changed his position. It did not work out. It did not work
Yeah.
out at Jacksonville for that. So him sticking with that, but also too, like as you were speaking, I definitely was thinking about how um I definitely was thinking about how the whole Shador thing is going right now.
Yeah.
They don't like when they can't control stuff.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm not gonna allude to they we know, but when stuff is not in their control, they don't like that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just end
There's
with
more
that.
to
I'm
that
just
though, C2. There's
yeah,
more
most
to that.
definitely. There's a lot more,
There's more to
way
that.
more.
It's because the NFL loves telling the stories of these kids when they come from the hood and how they're humble and all this stuff. Shador didn't grow up that way. Shador
Hmm.
grew up with money. You know, his pop's a
Hmm.
legend. You know what I'm saying? And he wants to play. He just wants to play ball. You know, they don't think he's dedicated. They don't think he's humble enough. So you know what we're gonna do? We just gonna drop your draft stock.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is all about.
That's a whole nother episode right
Yeah.
there. Trust me,
I know.
listen, I live in a Mecca. I live in a Mecca. I'm in South Florida where we breed NFL players. This is what we do. I
Hmm.
seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I seen the revolving door all the time. I live in a building with players that are, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
like this is what we do. And I see it time and time again. It's unfortunate. Man. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Sometimes it's just NFL is what it is, man, and they love players that are from South Florida that, like you just said, out of the
Hmm.
mud and da 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 da. They love
Mm-hmm.
stories like that. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Because
I want. Ooh,
because
I want to.
because because it makes the NFL feel like you niggas need us.
Yeah. And that's what they hate. They hate that Shador doesn't need the
Mm-hmm.
NFL. They hate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And Shodo don't need them niggas. He don't need them crackers. He
Mhm.
good. If he
Yeah.
never if he didn't get drafted, his life is fine.
Them Sanders boys is good for life, bro.
That's what all they think. Unfortunately, these guys they think NFL or nothing. Like
Yeah. Right.
they live every day just to play in the NFL, just to
Conditioned
feed
that way.
their they're conditioned that way, right? Through little league to college, that's all they know is making it to the
I,
league
look,
or not.
I don't know how deep you want to make this conversation, but
Nah, we not gonna make it deep.
I was
We
about
gonna
to
I'm
keep
gonna
it.
say
say, if you want to go there,
Gonna
let's
keep it
go there.
pushing.
I
Nah, we gonna keep
we
it pushing
we
because I got a
condition them.
lot. I
We
got a lot to
condition
say
them.
about that. No,
We
no,
condition them. We condition them. We condition our kids from little league on up to think that it is this or bust on how we train them from 6 years old
as a
to
culture,
as a culture.
let me
as a culture, yeah,
ask a question. Let me
I from through. I watched 4 kids go through it. I watched 4 kids go through it and realize they're 25, 22, and 2 of them in college, but they didn't. Only one of them is their football.
let me tell you something. White people, I'm gonna just say others. They put
Yeah,
their kids in sports too. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong. They put their
yeah,
yeah.
kids in sports
Absolutely,
too,
sure,
but they
absolutely.
put their kids in sports um, for a way to teach them discipline.
Right.
Hard
hmm,
work
yep,
Yeah,
to learn those fundamentals that you can then apply into life.
yeah,
yeah,
Black people, when they put their kids in work in school in sports, it's strictly that
golden ticket,
professional what the golden
gold ticket,
ticket. You the one.
right. Get me out the hood.
Yes, yes,
Hmm.
exactly. That's
and the NFL
exactly
know
what's
that.
that for. And it's so strenuous seeing like these young kids they're the head of household. That's to take some mental toll on a 17-year-old
Mm-hmm.
having to take care of their entire family. Like, and I've
Yeah,
seen it so many
yeah,
times. I've seen it so many times, and it just, and that's what I do, guys. I know we talked about New Era, but C2
Yeah.
certified communications.
Hmm.
I'm the bridge. I bridge the gap between, the community, the coaches, the players, like it's cool getting them exposure and stuff, but everywhere I go, I go to the hair salon. I got mamas coming up to me asking questions about what school they boys should play in. I go to the local store and I see people like I'm there in the community. Like I know what the heck is going on. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
know this big 4 or 5 star player, whatever, woo, woo. I see NFL players come home and they in the hood smoking weed right before they about to do a camp. Like, I see it all. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I see everything that comes with it. And I try my best to get the word out there and help people because this is it's not it.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we have all of these NFL players from just South Florida in general
Mm-hmm.
and nothing to show for it. You come back, you become like a high school coach or you're broke or something. It's too many of
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
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 There's no reason why we don't have anything. I cannot name more than two, 3 people to show for them being in NFL for 7+ years.
Wow.
I see them
Wow.
all the time, but
Yeah.
we don't have no indoor facility. We don't have stuff like that to show for it. Like it's
Yeah.
cool to have camps and stuff, but half of the time that's already paid for. Like they're doing
Right.
that for tax purposes and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But like something to show for it. Like
Yeah.
it's I don't see it. There's none of that. You know what I mean? There's none of that, and it just pisses me off because, bro, like what are we doing, bro, as a community?
Yeah, as a
What are we
community, and
doing?
but it's crazy how we kick the NFL back in for what they doing, but then the next question I'm about to ask you is, name your top 5 Dolphins players of all times because we've supported this league for so many years and we love this game.
All right, guys. Um, woo, then we just
Man,
confirmed how
Maestro,
to
you are
speak. My
good,
bad.
man.
Hey,
My
You
bad.
are good.
Yeah, you are. Listen. That's gonna be a whole nother episode. But so no. Listen. My 5 players. Now
Yeah.
it's just like in order
Okay,
from.
don't
so
have.
let me explain this. So it's your list. It's who it could be who you watched growing up. It don't have to, if you left Dan Marino out because you didn't see a lot of Marino
But nobody's doing
in the
that, by the
prime.
way. No
Sure, sure.
pressure.
I'm
No
just I'm just
pressure.
giving an example.
Dan
I'm just giving
Marino's
an
not on my
example.
list.
What?
So and
Oh,
right. So like I said, that's your list. It's your list. If you include them in, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But just know, we're gonna clip this up and it
we
could get
tag and we
nasty.
tagging you and we tagging you.
I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you
care if
because
tag me. Dan
uh,
Marino's still not on my list.
But don't put Larry
no, that's
Zonko on
good.
there though. But
That's
don't
that's
put Larry.
good because it's
Don't
your
do nothing
list.
crazy. Don't put
I
like Larry
still,
Zonko on there though.
come on, bro.
uh, but
All
yeah,
right, I'm gonna start off. So, do y'all want me to explain like why I put them on the list
Sure,
too?
sure.
go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Um.
No
So
order.
first, all right, number 5. Shit, you say in order? I'm
No
I'm
order.
just,
No
I'm gonna just
order. I
name
meant no
no
order.
order. All right, no order. All right. I gotta put my boy JT Jason Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's so crazy seeing him now coach, but he was like the person that really like made me pay attention to the trenches for real.
Mm.
He was just a beast. I really like Jason Taylor, so he got to be in the top.
Yeah.
Who else? Ricky Williams.
Okay.
Mm.
Gotta have Ricky Williams in there. Changed the game. Just one of those guys that just like I really enjoyed watching for real. Do his thing. Um,
Ganja man. Yeah.
yeah,
God bless the
most
weed
definitely.
smokers.
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
uh, so no, but shout out to Ricky Williams though. Shout out to Ricky. Who else I got? I got gotta go with him. Linebacker Zach Thomas.
Zach Thomas. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Beast.
Yeah.
Like he was just so like one of those guys. And then back then, like it was some real good linebackers at that time too playing. So like just having him every like what was his nickname? Baby Elephant or something like that. But Zach was like one of those guys, like you was just looking forward to him blitzing, tackling, just a ball hawker, just on it all the time. And it was very exciting watching him play. Like, nah, for real. So Zach Thomas,
Okay.
That's 3, right?
that's
3.
3.
Uh-huh.
All
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and say this because for some reason my show wants me to say Zach. I mean not Zach Thomas, Dan Marino. But let me tell you this: the reason why Dan Marino has those numbers is
Uh-huh.
for this guy. This guy right here really gave him those numbers. This guy right here is
He's on
really
my
that
top 5
guy.
too. He's on my 5
Huh?
too. You talking about
Huh?
Clayton? Clayton?
Mr.
Yeah,
Mark
he's
Clayton.
on my
Yes.
he's on my 5 too. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
he's on my
How you
5.
know
Yeah,
I was talking about Mark Clayton?
cause that's the reason Dan Marino was Dan Marino.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Steve
yeah,
Harvey
I'm here.
Cooper was that too. But he Mark Clayton, he's
Yeah, for sure.
that's Timothy. He's the reason why, if
Okay.
we talking for real. But Dan Marino, he really get the spotlight a lot. I see Dan quite a few times a year, but shout out to Uncle Mark for he did his thing. Number
Yeah,
5. Number 5.
number 5.
Oh, all right. Number 5. I would say, dang, I'm gonna try to do like a newest person. I'm can it be like honorable mention kinda?
It could
Well,
be
you gotta
whatever
get
you want it to be.
but you gotta get the
Okay.
5 first.
Okay. No, because I'm gonna say a couple names, but only because like I liked them when they were on the team. Like
Gotcha.
I just really like watching these guys play.
Yep.
Juice was on the team. I really like Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I just really liked when I used to when he played for the team.
yeah. Jarvis Landry's nice.
Football was exciting at
Yeah,
that
he
time
was a
too.
good
Yeah, yeah,
receiver.
Dead
Yeah.
nice.
yeah. No,
Dead
it was a
nice.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And then I did like he played for a little bit too, but Brent Grimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. He made it. He was just I just liked him as a DB. But it was just so entertaining because his wife was
Right.
just
That's
so
I was gonna say, shout out
entertaining.
Nico.
shout out Nick. Yeah.
He was so entertaining. I'm like, bro, I used to always like, okay, like I knew Brent, like, when he played, but like watching her and speak, like I salute her because she a whole different breed outside of like what we call wax now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
she used to talk her talk.
Yeah.
Brent Grimes, and then I'm gonna just throw out. Should I throw out another person? Dang, Miami Heat lost to the Magic, y'all.
Yep.
Yep.
Just popped on my
Peep
phone.
that. Peep that.
It's
And
just
y'all
not
and
on
y'all
my.
and y'all cost me some money too
I
on my
know.
on my lineup.
What are you talking about with Tyler Hero?
um. Yeah. Tyler Hero. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, hold on. I said Jason Taylor,
Jason
Zach Tom.
Taylor, Zach Thomas, Ricky Williams, Mark Clayton. And then you went into honorable mentions, but I'm gonna put Brent Grimes and as 5. No, Jarvis Landry as
Yeah. You
5.
you named 6 players though. You definitely named
Name
It's
6
so
7.
players.
cool. I just went off, what I enjoyed. I would say Cameron Wade, but
Cam. Mm-hmm.
No, that's
but
right.
but
Cam Wake.
but Jason Taylor was better. So
Yeah. Hey, Maestro, who's the cat that was in high school with you that played for the
Randy
Dolphins?
Starks.
Randy Starks. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. 10-year career, not necessarily with Miami, because I know the Titans drafted him.
yeah, he was
Titans.
over. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Titans. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what's up. Dang, you was in high school a little minute ago, huh?
Man, it was a brick ago, man. Man, I got the ball. I got the ball spot right here, shawty. It was a brick ago. Yeah.
But yeah, those my 5 guys, guys. Those my 5 all
Yeah.
time. Denver, he
Nah, that's
cool.
what's up. That's a dope list right there. I like that.
Yeah.
I would like to insert Keith Jackson tight end into that conversation. I
Was he like
personally,
number 20?
yeah,
What number was he?
88. He
88.
88. He came from Philly and then ended up going to
What year
Miami.
was
I
this?
just 90 shit 95 94 95. I want to say 94
So
95
that was
somewhere around
after
that time.
Uncle Mark. That was after Mark.
After Mark Clayton, yeah, after Mark
Yeah.
Clayton, yeah, it was after Mark Clayton for sure. was already in purgatory by the time Q Jackson got the plan.
Why you say him?
I just liked him. Nothing super special about him. Just I always noticed him making plays when I was watching. See, that's when I was coming up.
You brought his name up.
He was coming up. He was just coming up.
I thought you was gonna say you knew him personally on some level, or you knew somebody that knew him.
Oh no, not like that. Just if I happen to see a Miami Dolphin game.
Maestro, do you approve of my list? Because you was kind of trying to tell me who was on my list.
I mean, I'm not a man to judge. I can't fathom a world where Jarvis Landry makes a list over Dan Marino, but it's your list, love. I'm just here.
It's your list.
You know, it's your list. It's your list. It's your list.
I like he a cool ass person.
That's I don't know him, but it sounds like it.
Yeah, he cool as hell. Like I actually went to broadcasting school with his kid's mother.
Nice.
Okay.
Too. Right. Yeah. So yeah, we had that dynamic, and then it was just fun, like watching him play. Like
he used to get Pittsburgh fits. So yeah I know he did nice. He used to get Pittsburgh fits.
Where is Jarvis now? Like what's going on? Like I know he's not playing ball, but like what is he doing?
Last I saw him, he was on the Browns, right?
Yeah. The last time he played for.
The last time he played for.
Bro.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
We talking about like 2015.
When Odell was on the team with him, right?
Yeah.
When Odell,
I know him and Odell was like this.
Yeah. LSU. Yeah, LSU.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
I'll throw a name out there, and I have to go back to my Patriot hate days, because we all hate the Patriots on this side. And the year Tom Brady got hurt in the game where they introduced the Wildcat in New England, and they bust that ass. Ronnie Brown. Ronnie Brown.
Running back. That's a book right there too. I like Ronnie.
Yeah. I liked him when he was playing in the league. He went to Philly afterward, I think. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think
don't give me lying. I don't remember his career after the Dolphins. No shade. Don't remember his career after the Dolphins.
Great running back.
Yeah, he was good.
For sure.
He was really
good for sure.
Yeah. Hey, C2, this was fun. Appreciate you, and again, thank you for giving us the time to have you on. I know you got some things that you have to handle as you prep for the Hurricanes and their college football playoff run here. So let everybody know where they can find you at on social media, and then just talk about what you got coming up.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a full week. I got high school states coming up this week, and then I'm going to the Heisman ceremony on Saturday.
Okay,
nice.
But I think Mendoza, he gonna pull it off. So shout out to him.
In New York, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be in New York. So I'll be at the Heisman ceremony. Then I'm turning around and I'm going to Texas A&M for the Miami playoff game. So I'll be in Texas. So it's gonna be it's going to be a lot for me. It will be a lot, but this is the life I live.
You're used to it, yeah.
I'm used to it, yeah. I won't be at the game on Monday. I think it'll just be too much.
Nah.
The Steelers. Nah,
never.
That's a lot of travel.
Never too much, man.
That's gonna be too much.
That's what Luther say. Never too much, man.
Nah. It's not. But yeah, man. I am like I said, I covered South Florida. I am New Era C2 the coach. Y'all go ahead and follow me. Follow me on everything. I'm going viral right now on TikTok right now. So my phone's been going crazy all day. But yeah, follow me on TikTok, Certified C2, New Era C2 on Instagram, on X, New Era C2. Just type it in, Casz C2 Clayton. That's who I am. I am the queen of South Florida football. This is what I do. And I look forward to, thank y'all for having me on for real, because it's been fun.
Sure.
I must have been on another podcast like 15 minutes ago.
Oh
But
no! Hey, well, we appreciate
we
you.
got a little too deep into it, but it's all good, y'all fam. I appreciate y'all for thinking about me and for having me on.
Yeah, no doubt,
Yeah,
no
it was
doubt.
fun. I definitely had fun. I forgot I was on a podcast for a second.
Hey, that's what we like. That's
That's
what we
what's
like
up.
around
That's how
here.
we try. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, for
I
sure, for
appreciate
sure.
y'all. I
All
appreciate
right.
y'all for having me.
Salute, salute.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. When
All
the
right,
Dolphins
y'all.
make the playoffs, we might do something. All right.
All right.
All right.
Salute, salute.
Y'all be safe.
Salute, salute.
You too.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up right there. C2 Casz Clayton right there. The website is neweraprep.org. Check out some of the stuff they got going on there with students and, local, inspiring up and coming journalists and all that stuff. So really dope website. Really like what they're doing over there. And yeah, she was great, man. This was a dope conversation right here, man.
All right. Well, I can't let nothing shake before I get this off. Pause. Hey, for whoever can hear me and will hear me, you can clip this up, Trey. The Lamont Roach disrespect has got to stop.
I'm gonna let you lead that one.
No, it ain't a long conversation, but it needs to be clipped. It needs to be. I am from the DMV. I live in Prince George's County. I ordered the sandwich the next morning, or the platter the next morning. The Lamont Roach disrespect has got to stop. Okay, he fought Tank Davis. All right, Tank Davis is Tank Davis. I feel like he won the fight, but he got robbed. But that's Tank Davis. Okay, it ain't no way in hell that he had a draw against Pitbull Cruz this past Saturday. It ain't no way in hell. Lamont Roach walked into that fight and beat Cruz in his style for 5 rounds until Cruz didn't know what else to do. And from 6th round on, he was running, holding, and trying to headbutt this dude. And dude broke his hand in the 5th round and was still putting the beats to Pitbull Cruz. Are y'all kidding me? I don't know what's going on in the boxing world. RBI Boxing, Top Rank Boxing, all the boxing organizations that need to hear me. You need to hear me and hear me good. My name is Maestro Styles. I live in Prince George's County. I'm from the DMV. The bullshit y'all doing with Lamont Roach has got to stop. It ain't no way in hell he should have 2 draws on his record right now. Again.
Oh, so he fought recently?
He just fought over the weekend. He fought Pitbull Cruz, and they ruled it a draw. And when I tell you, so like, you know me, I'm old. Like, so I watched the fight Sunday morning. I'm bright-eyed, bushy-tailed,
better than me.
Yeah. So I watched the fight Sunday morning. And, I'm awake. I can alertly watch this fight. It ain't no way in hell that anybody that's not playing, that's not getting paid off or involved in some type of political game or got some type of vendetta against Prince George's County or Lamont Roach in his camp, that you watched that fight, judged that fight, scored that fight, looked at that fight, had an opinion of that fight, and left with that should have been a draw. The bullshit y'all doing is not cool, is not acceptable. Lamont Roach, hey, man. Right now, I'm saying it, favorite boxer in the game for me right now. He my favorite. I don't care.
Man.
It's hometown bias. It's the fact that he getting shitted on and he got cheated out of 2 fights. It's not, and it's not like he fighting like his first 2 fights, like big it's Gervonta Davis and Pitbull Cruz. Like, he ain't like Gervonta Davis stature, but he's one of them. But he's one of them.
Yeah.
The y'all got to stop this bullshit. And he dismantled Cruz. Dismantle. He walked in to the fight with an offensive fighter and fought his fight and beat him at his own game. I would implore anybody who got a little bit of boxing sense, and if you didn't see this fight, to go watch this fight. This bullshit got to stop. This bullshit got to stop.
This may not matter, so I'm gonna ask the question: did the table at least score this thing properly, in your opinion?
No, because it was a draw. Okay. I mean, one. I don't remember the exact scores, but one judge had Cruz won. That Cruz won.
Wow.
I'm saying, yeah, it's something going on. It's something going on with Lamont Roach and his team. I don't know if it's because I don't even think he cocky, confident. Like it's not like he going in there talking shit or being calm about what he's doing, and he's not delivering in the ring. He's delivered on the two biggest fights of his career. He delivered. He beat Gervonta Davis and he beat Pitbull Cruz. Again, I can understand the whole, to beat the champ, you got to dominate the champ. If that's your MO as far as fights go, I can understand you giving the draw as far as Tank Davis. But this last fight this past weekend, nah, gang. No, sir.
I test told you.
No, anybody who got fucking eyes. And if you don't got eyes, got glasses or bifocal, like anybody who could visibly see this fight, that know anything about watching a fight, it ain't no way in hell you looked at that fight and said Pitbull Cruz won that fight. Or, I'm sorry, he didn't win. I'm sorry, that it was a draw. That shit was some bullshit. And now he got to go back, and now they talking about, rematch. Nigga, so now y'all owe him 2 fades. Y'all owe him the Tank Davis fade. Tank Davis talking about he about to retire. And now we gotta do a Pitbull Cruz fade. Now y'all gotta run them back 2 fades because y'all whatever y'all got going on where y'all couldn't see those were 2 wins.
I only got 2 comments and we can move on. Somebody find Tank Davis because you know where I'm at with it. The rematch has to happen. And it's like we talked about with when C2 was on here talking the political side of sports. Something political going on in the world of boxing. It always is.
It's always has been.
It always been. Always has been. Always will be. In particular with Lamont Roach. I can't speak to it as well as you, but it appears that based on what you're saying, that there is something going on behind the scenes where they just got it out for this guy.
Clip it up. I don't know. I they need to know. I don't know who don't know.
It appears they got something against this dude for some reason.
That shit is some bullshit. That shit was some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I sat there because, I woke up Sunday morning and, I'm scrolling social media and I'm watching, people saying, draw shouldn't be a draw. And I tried to, I turned on the fight trying to look at it from the perspective of why was it called a draw? Like, I'm like, okay. Yep. In the first couple of rounds, I could see, Cruz, more activity. He knocked Roach down in the 3rd round. That, what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay. But if you watch that, I'm like, nah, y'all are lunching. Yeah. And it took me about the 4th, 5th round to realize, he could have easily outboxed this dude. He made it his business to go in here and fight his fight to let Cruz know you can't even beat me at what you're best at. And I was I'm not happy. I'm not happy with how they treated Lamont Roach.
I hope to see him in a rematch with Tank at some point. I'll just leave it at that. So NFL. So the Chiefs are done in your eyes?
Yeah.
I know.
I thought they weren't eliminated after the loss.
Who, the Chiefs?
Yeah.
I think they were eliminated from winning the AFC West.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They can't win the division.
I get that. I mean, not like I thought they was gonna win the division no way, but okay. I thought they were eliminated after that loss. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, it's still early. It's still early. I will say this though, and I made a little bit of mention of it last week, acknowledging the Colts' downfall. Even before the injury, I said if you're the Chiefs, that's probably the one team that you want to kind of fall from that wild card thing, and then that's probably going to be your spot. But it meant nothing if they couldn't beat the Texans on Sunday night, because I think that game would have really catapulted them to a situation where now you could beat the Titans, you could beat the Raiders, and then you still got a couple of division games after that left with the Chargers and the Broncos coming up. But now you can't win the division. The Chargers won last night, and the Broncos are, they still winning. So, time is running out with Kansas City. I know a lot of people got the fork in them right now, but I'm looking at, who's in the playoffs right now. And I guess the Texans leaped over the Colts in the standings because of the loss by Indy and the win by Houston. So so I guess the Texans are, that'll probably be maybe not the final playoff picture, but it appears the Texans are on a roll here. So I guess the Chiefs are cooked, man.
How do you feel about a Patrick Mahomes playoffs?
I'm good with it. I'm excited about it because I think it makes the playoffs less predictable in my book. I mean, you look at the conference. I mean, Drake May, it's going to be his first go round,
right? Because and not to cut you off, because it's really been on my mind. Not like crazy, but
yeah.
Do you really think? See, I was prepared to come on here and say, I'm prepared to walk back to Buffalo going to the Super Bowl take. But I'm sitting here thinking about it, and like, do I really think that the likes of because if you look at the playoff picture, and we'll name, like, we don't think that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. We don't think the Baltimore Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. Do we? The best teams in the league, in the AFC rather, right now are the Patriots, the Broncos, and Buffalo.
You got Buffalo in that 5 seed. Or 6 seed right now.
6 seed, right? But do we really and sure, it could be anybody. It could be Pittsburgh. It could be,
it could be
CJ Stroud. Right. It could be it could be, sure.
Texans. Texans.
When you look at, but I can't walk back as much as Buffalo looks sketchy right now. I can't take them off of I can't come off my prediction yet, because the replacements are the likes of, like, literally brand new quarterbacks that, not saying they're not playing good football,
right?
Like, but can you really see a Drake May or a Bo Nix? And I'm saying these two teams, quarterbacks particularly, because of their teams doing so well. Can you really see a Super Bowl with Drake May or Bo Nix this year?
I can.
You can, really?
I can. Okay. So look, there's a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, I'll go back a few years. So Joe Burrow comes in the league. He gets hurt the first year. Second year, they went to the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow's sophomore year, and now we know Joe Burrow's him, right? Like, we know Joe Burrow's him, right? And Drake May has a chance to be him. Like, they're talking about him being an MVP candidate, which, if for my money, I still think it's Matt Stafford. But for Drake May to be in those conversations, I think he's playing good enough quarterback to where, I could see the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Hell, I could see the Broncos in the Super Bowl just because of the defense. Let's remember too, I think defense plays a major factor here also. You got a couple of great defenses in this conference right now. That if you could just get average quarterback play, you could find them in the Super Bowl. And that goes for the Texans too.
Right. I was
you know what I'm saying?
Too.
I believe him. Here's where I believe in Buffalo, because I still think they're a threat too. Like, I wouldn't take them off the table.
Right.
I would feel more comfortable if they could win the AFC East and be able to get a home game or two en route to a Super Bowl. But the fact that they may not win this division and they're going to have to go to 3 places to get to a Super Bowl, I'm not confident.
I hear you.
I'm not confident. Well, let me say it this way. I'm not confident that Josh Allen can put the cape on by himself for 3 road games straight. I think if they get to the Super Bowl via the wild card and they have to go to 3 different stadiums, one of them games has to be a James Cook game. It can't be Josh Allen doing what he's been doing, for the last month. It can't just be that. And I know James Cook has had a couple of, good games in between that.
Right.
But yeah, a game or 2 during their run has to include a James Cook game. It just has to.
I agree. I do agree with that, but I mean, I believe that's fully. I mean, look, he is. I gotta assume. I don't know it for a fact. He's got to be top 10 in rushing yards this year.
James Cook, he's number 2.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah. So I mean, so it's not like he ain't running the rock. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think defense has been the issue for the most part with Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, sure, but the thing about Buffalo is majority of that team on defense are people who've been in this or been on this team and been in this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Benfords and Hydes and like guys, Tre'Davious Whites, the guys who've been here.
Right.
So
it's Ed Olivers and the Milanos.
They've been here before. So it's just like it's a situation where it's like, all right, it's the playoffs again. Let's be that opportunistic defense and lead it to our offense to get us to the bowl.
Yeah, and they can be opportunistic. That defense can make some plays.
They damn sure did in Pittsburgh. They damn sure did in Pittsburgh. So
right. We've seen it. So no, I'm with you. I'm not taking them off of the Super Bowl contending list in the AFC, but I will say I can see the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and any one of those 2 teams that's got those great defenses, I could see in the Super Bowl also.
You can see the Texans in the Super Bowl for real.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. If again, that defense, and if you could just get average quarterback play from CJ Stroud, they can end up in the Super Bowl. Because
I hear you.
Look, the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers. I think the injuries with the tackles, I think is going to catch up to them at some point.
Right.
With Jacksonville, and I know they're playing good right now, but the Trevor Lawrence thing just still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still there's a lack of trust there still with that offense there. So I don't believe.
What makes
you
believe in CJ Stroud so much?
Well,
I'm not saying. Look. Let me be clear before you answer the question.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, I was just going to say. Yep.
I'm not making the comparisons as far as the eye test. I'm very clear on who I believe to be the better quarterback. But he hasn't achieved much more than Trevor Lawrence. Why do you believe?
Not okay. I agree with you. Not much more. He's won a couple playoff games. Jacksonville, they got the one where they had the 28-point comeback against the Chargers. But I will say this about CJ Stroud, because I watched that Chiefs game the other night and a little bit of when he was playing the Colts the previous week, and he looks different than when he did earlier this year. He looks different. He's getting the ball out much faster. He's making decisions a lot better. He's actually, taking off when he has to. He just looks like a different quarterback right now. So that's why I'll give the Texans a shot. And not that they have Buffalo playoff experience, but they do have playoff experience.
Sure.
They've played in 4 playoff games. So, for what that is worth, when they get there, I think they're going to have a general idea of, okay, we know what we got to do. I think that defense, I think they know what they got to do. That coach, he know what he got to do.
Okay. Yeah, I look. I don't look at the Texans and see Super Bowl on them this year. I can't see it. I can definitely see. I can see the Patriots and the Broncos more than the Texans, obviously. But I mean,
I would
I
rank it
can't.
that way too.
But I just can't come off of Buffalo because Josh Allen and that experience, not necessarily great defense, but that experienced playoff defense.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know what I'm
I get
saying?
it.
So that's why I won't come off the Buffalo. I wrote it in my notes like I might have to come off the Buffalo. But as I thought about it, as the pod was going on, I'm like, I can't come off of that.
Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But I would feel more comfortable if I knew that they were going to have some home games in these playoffs. But it's not looking like they're going to have that. So
they're not.
Now you're looking at the rest of the field, and you're like, okay, I could see New England in the Super Bowl. I mean, look, the coaches. Let's not forget about what Sean Payton can be as a coach in these playoffs. You know, the same thing with Vrabel. You know, these guys have experience. Yeah. So, you know, I think I think that will carry them over if, you know, one of those teams ends up being there. But it's really, for me, it's those two teams, the Texans and the Bills. I think I would have those four as like the top favorites in the AFC right now. Nobody out the North. I think Jacksonville is still a few years away, and the Chargers, I think the injuries are going to catch up to them.
A few years away. Jacksonville, you think Jacksonville is can build to a Super Bowl team in the next 2 to 3 years?
I think they can. They just got. I mean, they got a new coach, and whatever he's doing with that team is working right now.
Sure.
So
that much is correct. I don't see a Super Bowl team in 2 unless you know, obviously.
Yeah. Obviously, it comes with some moves. It comes with some offseason moves. It comes with all that stuff, obviously. But I mean, they've exceeded expectations already in many people's eyes right now.
Sure.
Right now, it's just about, you know, where they're going to be seated at. And, you know, they, you know, say what you want about the quarterback, and I don't like him either, but he led a comeback victory in the playoffs. You know,
I don't dislike him.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general.
No, I'm saying you. You said I don't like him, but you don't like Trevor Lawrence.
No. I was talking in general. I'm sorry. I meant to say I was talking to like the audience, but in general, because there's a lot of people that don't like Trevor Lawrence in terms of his play, but he had a playoff victory in comeback fashion. So whatever that means moving forward, we'll see. What's your thoughts about the NFC playoff picture right now?
Man, I'm still gonna stick with Seattle. But just because nobody, I mean, the Rams are there, obviously. I as good as Chicago is looking, I'm not
for
yet.
Super Bowl, no.
Yeah,
but
not yet.
I do hope they make the playoffs, though.
Yeah, I'm just not ready to say that yet. Philly will be in the conversation, but I mean, this is more about I mean, they're in the conversation. They just are.
For a Super Bowl?
No. Yeah, as the champions, you can't take them out of it. I'm gonna at least give them that respect. I know they've been mid.
They on their way, bro.
Yeah. I know they've been made, but they'll make the playoffs. And if they make the playoffs, I'm going to respect the champions as the champions. That I'm going to do.
Sure.
That I'm going to do. With that being said, I don't know how I feel about Detroit as far as Super Bowl. I don't know how I feel about Detroit. For me, it's between the Rams and the Seahawks.
In Seattle for you, right?
And I'm really like, if I was objective, and I'm not, I might have been came off the Seattle joint, but I called it, and I'm gonna stick with it for that reason alone.
Yeah. I like the Rams right now, not just because they're number one right now, but I like the way they're playing right now.
They put belt their ass the other day.
Yeah, facts. I really love how Green Bay is coming along right now. That was a great game on Sunday against Chicago. Props to the Bears for, showing up. They went back and, well, not back and forth, but just when you thought Green Bay was going to pull away, Chicago was like right, behind them there. And Chicago clearly is telling you who they want to be. Like, they want to run the football. You know what I'm saying? So they, Ben Johnson's got his hands all over that team right now. For me, man, it's between the Rams and Green Bay right now. I think Green Bay is starting to really come along. I know they had a couple of dud L's against Carolina and Cleveland earlier, but they putting together a nice stretch here, man. I think they're gonna be a tough out.
No disagreement. They will be a tough out. I don't know. They just kind of I don't know about them yet. That's the best way to say it. I just don't know about them yet.
Okay. Yeah.
So just because of that, not this year for me.
Right. I know you was out for a few weeks, but I guess when Dallas was kind of on their run of beating the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, they beat the Eagles, I think the week prior to that, and they lost to Detroit, which, kind of hurt a little bit, but they could still run the table, get to 10-6-1, and, with the way Philly's been floundering a little bit, I'll say this, and I don't believe Philly's going to lose the NFC East, but I will say this: don't let the Cowboys in there. I think don't let the Cowboys in there, because offensively they're going to be a problem for somebody.
Yeah, but they're going to let. I mean, look, and I know the defense has been playing better since the acquisitions.
They have,
and all that. They have. I just don't know that that's going to hold up when it matters in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think for the history of Cowboy playoff failures,
don't get excited.
It's hard to think otherwise, right?
Yeah, don't get excited.
And Detroit, because that's a team where you kind of feel like if they could find a way to get in, that they're going to be a problem for somebody. But
something feels off about the Detroit Lions, and I can't put my finger on it yet.
Yeah, maybe it's because he's calling plays now, Dan Campbell.
I don't know, but
he's we've seen him get reckless with, some of the, fourth down decisions, and it's cost him some games. And, hell, they was about to lose to the Giants, I think, a couple weeks ago. And, they came back and won that game. But the fact that you was down 10 points to the Giants, that's not a good look, not with that talent.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the Lions that when I look at them, it's like, yeah, obviously a good football team, all the things. But it don't give Super Bowl team.
Yeah. And forget anybody in the South, particularly Tampa Bay too.
No need
Tampa's really been, they've been, off that. No more Baker MVP conversations. That's been dead for about a month now.
Yeah, we can get off the South.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into some picks for week number 15 right here. And let's start off with these same Buccaneers, man. At home against the Falcons. Yeah, I'll take the Buccaneers to bounce back after an upset, losing to the Saints.
Yeah, man, give me the Falcons.
No, you going in, huh?
Why not? Why not?
All right. I bet. All right. I'll take the Bears at home over Cleveland.
Yep.
All right. Give me the Ravens over the Bengals.
Give me the Bengals.
Yeah. And by the way, shout out to the Buffalo Bills and their fans and the team. Thank you for shutting these Bengal fans up.
Yeah.
Because these niggas was talking greasy, dog. Like, oh, we got Burrow back. Oh, we gonna run the table. Da, 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 da.
I mean, that's not a totally unreasonable
Man,
thought to have. That wasn't
no.
a totally unreasonable thought. Joe Burrow has been known for going on second half runs in this
That
regular
defense
season.
is some shit.
That's fine. They haven't been good for a while. I mean, they haven't been this bad, but they haven't been good since Joe Burrow's been in the league.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I'm just talking about this year.
Sure.
I'm just talking about this year. That defense. Yeah, look, don't be fooled by us losing to them on Thanksgiving. Like, don't telling people, look, do not be fooled. I mean, you saw on Sunday against Buffalo. Yeah, nah. Thank you, Buffalo Bills, for shutting that up and putting an end to that. All right, Texans at home over the Cardinals. Yeah, I'll take the Texans.
Yeah.
Give me Jacksonville over the Jets.
Yeah.
It's a big game right here. Chiefs at home over the Chargers. I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
Me too. Yeah.
All right. Big one here. Buffalo at the Patriots. Patriots win the East if they win on Sunday.
Which is why I'm taking Buffalo.
Okay. I'll take the Patriots in this one. I'll take the Giants over the Commanders.
Hey, man. Commanders, you didn't have to play them. I know he told you he wanted to play. You didn't have to do it.
Didn't have to do it.
Didn't have to do it.
Oh, prayers to Zach Ertz. I saw that injury. That was brutal. I'll take the Eagles at home over the Raiders.
Yeah.
Green Bay at Denver. This will be an interesting one. What's your thoughts?
Give me Green Bay. Denver. I think Denver needs to take another loss. Give me Green Bay.
Okay. I'll take Denver then. Lions at the Rams. I'll take the Rams at home.
I'll take the Rams at home.
All right. Panthers coming off the bye week, taking on the Saints in the Dome. I will take the Panthers.
Give me the Saints in the upset. Why not?
Woo. That would mean they would have swept the Panthers.
The Panthers, yeah.
Woo. That's gonna be a brutal one there. All right. Seahawks. They're gonna beat the living you know what out of Phillip Rivers and the crew if he starts.
And by the way, that's no shade to the Colts defense, who is playing good defense. But what else can you do at this point?
Nah, this is the slide is already there, but it's just going to continue for them. So I'm going to take the Seahawks. Niners coming off the bye week also. They're going to beat the Titans at home. Yeah. I don't think we mentioned the Niners in terms of like Super Bowl talk. They're the one team that's kind of like hasn't been talked about.
Yeah, with good reason.
What's the reason? The Fred Warner stuff and the
no, they're just not. They're just not a Super Bowl. No shade, they're just not a Super Bowl team.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I'm my eyes is on them though. I'm not gonna sleep on them.
I know you've been saying it all year.
What's that?
That you're not going to sleep on the 49ers. I've been trying to bury the 49ers since like week 6, week 7.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. You keep saying I'm not going to give up on them.
I'm not. Like this, I mean, we've seen it before with Shanahan and the running game, and it don't matter, bro. It don't matter who's back there. So give me the Cowboys over the Vikings.
Yeah.
And then I will take the Dolphins over the Steelers.
You know where I'm at, man.
I wasn't even waiting for your response, to be honest with you.
Steelers Nation, man.
Here
we go.
I'm about to close the show right here, man.
Yes, sir.
Quick shout out to the chat's been heavy tonight, man. Shout out to Pays and Plays podcast.
What up?
Shout out to Nathan Sports Rush.
What up?
Shout out to who's this? Shadow. Somebody, watching us on Twitch. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate the Twitch, viewers.
The community, man.
Yep. Appreciate that. Also, IG Live is pretty live too. CJ Harton 79.
What up?
Breezy. I'm Christy Love. Mike Patton's up in here.
What up?
The boy Hytham's up in here.
My boy.
What's good, man? Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the love this evening, man. That's what happens, man, when the duo gets back, man.
Hey, man.
So, that's what happens, man.
You see, this ain't the weed, brother.
Oh, continue to follow us, folks. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the like button on the Facebook page. Also, follow us on social media on Twitter at Barbershop SPOR2. Also on Instagram at Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. If you got questions, comments, hit us up on the email at barbershopsportstalk1@gmail.com. And again, and also before we head out, Casz, Clayton, C2, appreciate you coming through. Also, that was a dope conversation to have as well. Love, peace, and happiness to everybody out there. And as always, folks, mind your damn business.
Drink some water.
Oh yeah, we got him. Trey, Frazier, and Maestro Styles, you know we got one. Right back like we left something. We don't duck smoke, we want all of it. So line them up, Trey sharp with the blade, you know we sizing it up. I'm quick to catch the fade, you know Styles making the cut. Cause we coming out clean every time that we showing up.
It's gonna be called The Barbershop.